That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there. You know, probably the biggest change from the good old days is the cell phone, because now like everybody has a phone on them 24/7, 365. And like when I was growing up, we had one phone, our entire family. It was in the kitchen, on the wall, avocado green. What was the other? Oh, Harvest Gold was the other one. And my parents had actually sprung for the extra long cord, and when they said extra long, yeah, people had that. It was like 1/4 of a mile long. My mom could go down the driveway and get the mail and never quit talking to her sister. But remember the problem with the extra long cord? It was always tangled up. It was just a wad. Yeah, if you could actually untangle the phone cord, the local Boy Scouts would give you a merit badge. That's what a mess our phone was. And I remember when my mom would be on it, but she'd walk all over the house. I remember one night she was cooking. She had that thing just stretched taut. She's cooking, talking on the phone. And I was chasing my brother through the house, and when we rounded the corner, he hit that phone cord right across the neck. The back of his head hit the floor like wedding night panties. It was like, he's laying there making noises like a cat trying to give up a hairball. And my mom never hung up. She was like, and remember back in the good old days when the phone rang, you were always surprised when you answered it. You had no idea who it was going to be. Might be your grandmother, might be the president. You had to pick it up to find out. But now with caller ID, every one of us is like, oh, hell no, I ain't doing that. Ain't nobody got time for that. And some of the things we do with our phones now, you know, like people take pictures, not only of other people and places, their food. My daughter always goes, the camera eats first. They bring her food, she takes a picture of it. I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, when I was growing up, first nobody had a camera with them, so if you ate a delicious waffle, people just had to take your word for it. And here's the other thing people take pictures of their junk, their private, and then they send them to other people. This is the worst idea in the world. See, when I was growing up, if I had wanted to send a picture to my girlfriend of my private parts, I would have had to gone through the house and found a piece of paper, put it on a table, walked up to the edge of the table, dropped my pants, laid Junior on the paper, take a pencil and trace him out. Then I would have had to go find a box of crayons, and it would have had to been the 64 count box, because that's the only one that had flesh tone in it. I would have colored it in, folded the paper up, put it in an envelope, mailed it to my girlfriend, so 3 days later she could call me and go, why did you send me a drawing of your thumb? Are you turned on? So I'm talking to my mom. Well, during the conversation, my mom mentioned that there had been a couple of break-ins in her neighborhood. And I said, well, Mom, I said, that's a little concerning. She said, I know. She said, that's why I am thinking about getting my carry permit. My mother is 83 years old. Her eyesight is bad. Her eyesight is bad, her hearing is worse, and she has the balance of Ron White after midnight. And now she is thinking about getting a pistol. I didn't know what to say. I said, Mom, I said, I'm a big supporter of the Second Amendment. I said, and call me overly cautious, but maybe you shouldn't be packing heat if you're wearing a life alert. Though she could use her pill boxes to sort her bullets. I said, Mom, I said, you need to think about this. I said, I hope loading the thing is not going to be more difficult than opening a jar of pickles, or you're going to be in trouble. Because she's got arthritis in her hands. And then I thought, hell, I bet I could get her a commercial out of it. My arthritis had gotten so bad that I could barely jack around into the chamber. But thanks to new improved buffering, I can make it rain, dog. You feel me? It doesn't matter if you're a comedian or a musician. You get used to playing outside. You do a lot of fairs, a lot of festivals, a lot of amphitheaters. And you get used to being hot. So last summer, Larry and I were out together. One day we took the stage in Phoenix. It was like 4:30 in the afternoon. It was 112 degrees. And the promoter's trying to make us feel better. He goes, come on, fellas, it's a dry heat. I'm like, so is the electric chair. It's 112 degrees. But we were doing a show one night down in the South, so you had not only the heat, you had the humidity, and I'm not even going to tell you which city it was in case somebody tries to find the videotape of this. But, so I go on stage, and I mean, you can see, I don't sweat very much. This night, I am on stage for 10 minutes, and it's rolling down my nose. My shirt, you can see through it. By the end of the hour, it looks like I've been sprayed with a fire hose. I mean, I'm just so. And so usually we never eat before a show because you kind of feel sluggish. So when the show's over, we're always hungry. Well, as soon as the show's over, I'm back in my dressing room and I'm guzzling water and Gatorade and all this stuff, you know, because I sweated so much. And so Larry, I can hear Larry coming down the hall, and he comes in my dressing room. He goes, hey, come on, let's go eat. And well, Larry says that a lot, but, and I usually go because it's impressive to watch Larry eat, really. But you know how you get when you get too hot. And I said to him, I said, dude, I said, I'm not hungry. I said, I'm just going back to the hotel. I got too hot. I'm going to go to bed. And he's like, come on. And I said, no, I'm not hungry. Please, you know. And he goes, okay, fine. He goes, I cannot wait till you ask me to do something for you. I'm like, how old are you? 8 years old? Like, this isn't personal. I got too hot. I'm not hungry. So I went back to the hotel. And anybody that's on the road for a living, you kind of have your, you know, the way you do things. And I always like a hotel room dark when I sleep. I like it really cool, so I'll turn the thermostat down. But every night you're in a different city, and every hotel room's different. So I always turn on the light in the bathroom, and then I'll shut the door. But that way, if I have to get up, I can see that light and I know where to go. Well, I usually sleep in my underwear, but this night they're wet. I mean, my socks are wet. I've sweated that much. And I told you I only packed 3 pairs, so I just peel my underwear off and I flop in the bed naked and I'm out. So I wake up about 1:30 in the morning and I really, really, really have to pee. And any guy over 40 knows what I'm talking about. You have to pee so much you know you can't go back to sleep. But you don't really want to wake up. You want to go do it and then be right back in the bed and be back out. So I get up, I got my eyes about half open, and I see the light, and I walk in there. Well, as soon as the door closes, I realize I'm in the hall. Of a really nice hotel, completely naked. You want to wake up in a hurry, that's the way to do it, by the way. And so I'm like Matt Damon in The Martian. I'm like, solve the problem, solve the problem. So I knew Larry's room was right across the hall, so I run over to Larry's room and I'm knocking on the door and he's not answering, and all I can picture is him peeking through the keyhole and just laughing. Well, as I'm knocking on his door, I hear the elevator ding. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I know I got a 50-50 chance. They're either going the other way or they're coming towards me. And of course, they come towards me. And it's like these 2 Korean guys and they're talking to each other. So I'm like, oh crap, what did you do? I'm like, act like nothing's up. So I start walking towards them. I went past them. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You know? And one of them said something, which I really hope meant, wow, that was impressive. But when I looked it up on Translator, I found out it meant, did you see her mustache? So I know I can't get on the elevator. I know elevators have security cameras in them, and I'm like, what the hell do you do? So I saw like the exit sign, and I'm thinking, all right, get in the stairwell, get out of this lighted hallway. So I go jogging down the hall, and I get in there, and I'm hoping there's going to be a trash can in the stairwell with a garbage bag in it that I can wear like a sundress or something, you know. So I get into the stairwell, and there's no trash can. The only thing there's like 2 empty beer cans. And I'm trying to think what I should do, but the reason that I got up in the first place was I had to pee. And I'm like, I have no idea how long I'm going to be in the staircase. So I pick up the beer cans and I pee in them and I put them back. And I felt terrible about it, because I know down the road somebody's going to have to clean them up. But it was Old Milwaukee, and I figure they're just going to pick them up and go, yeah, that's Old Milwaukee, all right. So since it was a nice hotel, they had room service. So my plan was I was going to keep going down different levels and check and see if I could see a room service tray in the hall. And then I would run down and get like the napkin on it and wear it like a diaper, you know, a long cloth. So I go down 2 or 3 floors and I don't find anything. But about the 4th floor down, I look out and there's 2 pizza boxes outside of the room. Well, to me, at this point, they look like a tuxedo. So I run down there and I grab those pizza boxes and I get back and I go down the last floor too, and I can't find anything better than that. But now it's really late. It's like 2 in the morning, and I got to lobby level and I can crack the door open and I can see the lobby. There's nobody out there. I can't hear anybody talking. And I'm thinking, all right, just be brave for 20 seconds. So 1 pizza box in the front, 1 in the back. Go up to the desk, there's a woman working. She's looking down working. She looked up, she goes, can I help you? Yes, you can. I said, yes. I said, I accidentally locked myself out of my room. Can I just get another key so I can get back in? She said, do you have any identification? I said, I do, but it's in my other pizza box. I'm like, no, I locked myself out of my room. So she said, oh, well, I'm going to need to talk to a manager. And she goes behind the wall, and I'm thinking, she's not calling the manager, she's calling the cops. But at this point, it's 2 in the morning, I'm naked with a pizza box. What the hell am I going to do? I need to get back in my room. So they had a bellhop stand that I got behind. It's like a podium, and I'm standing there with my pizza box. And while I'm waiting on her, the front door of the hotel opens, and in walks Larry the cable guy and our road manager. And I'm like, thank you, God, here's answered prayer. Now they come walking over to me. Again, I'm naked, holding a pizza box in front of my groceries there. Larry walks up. He doesn't say, oh my God, dude, what happened? He looked at me and he looked at the pizza box. He goes, I thought you said you wasn't hungry. Yeah, I've been sitting here naked in the lobby eating pepperoni. I said, dude, I locked myself out of my room. I'm trying to get another key. Well, about that time, the front desk lady comes back, and now she's got a security guard with her. So I look at Larry, and I said, Larry, I said, will you please tell her who I am so I can get a key and get back in my room? He looked at me, he looked at her, and he goes, I have never seen him before in my entire life. Well, the security guard burst out laughing. And thankfully, he recognized both of us. He got the emergency key. He rode up the elevator with me in my pizza boxes. He let me back in my room. I said, wait right here. I went in, I got my wallet. I gave him $50. I'm like, never tell anybody about this thing. And hell, now I'm telling y'all for free. So when I got back in my room, I got my sweatpants on and made sure I had my room key, put a t-shirt on. I waited about 10 minutes, and I walked back across the hall, and I knock on Larry's door. He opens it up. He's still laughing. He's like, he goes, I told you I couldn't wait until you asked me to do something for you. I said, all right, you got me. I said, are we even? He's like, yeah, we're even. I said, well, just to prove I don't have hard feelings, I went and got you a beer. You guys have been so awesome. God bless you.